Hello, my name is Minzy. This is truly a fucking funeral tie. I might as well just red vaping, fucking red everywhere, fucking red for Arsenal, red card for Chelsea FC, fucking red vapes. Anyways, can't really do this because I've got manky fucking lungs. I told you I've got gonorrhea in my fucking chest, so this can get to fuck. Now, red card again, ole ole. Red card again, ole ole. Red card again, red card again, red card again, ole ole. Fuck's sake. Listen, I did upload a video, but I felt like, I didn't really include everything and anything in that video. I'm going to make a little slight alteration to what I said, but overall messages are clear. Sod the government. You ruined my fucking football club by getting rid of the owner. Fuck this ownership. Sod Blueco and Clear Lake or Clear Blue for getting us impregnated every single season by leaving a bunch of kids in charge of our team. There's literally no leader. It's full of kids. I need that football club investigated. Chelsea Football Club seriously need some huge investigations into what on earth are we doing in terms of playing appropriate personnel. There's no leaders on that pitch. There's no fucking leaders onto that pitch. But I'm here to rediscuss Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Like I said before this game in my UEFA Champions League sort of reaction and the reaction to the Chelsea 1, Burnley 1 scenario, that the power was in our hands. The power was in our hands to disrupt Arsenal's title charge, potentially sabotage it. It was in our fucking hands, and for fuck's sake, we fucked it up. We absolutely titsed it up because we are all a bunch of tits. Every single one of them are a bunch of tits. The last time, like I said, we beat Arsenal, I was in a different country. I was in Bulgaria. We had a different ownership. We still had Roman Abramovich. We still had a UEFA Champions League winning manager. How the mighty have fallen. 5 years, 5 bloody years, okay? The last club to have such a stranglehold of us was Manchester United, where they were 7 years undefeated from a stretch of 2018 to 2024. But like I said, even then we'd beat Manchester United in an occasional FA Cup tie. Think the FA Cup semi-final in that 2019-2020. Yeah, I know what happened after that bloody semi-final. We got to play whoop-de-doo fucking Arsenal Football Club, and we know what happened in that fucking game. Same fucking scoreline, if I remember correctly. But at least we'd beat Manchester United occasionally. We haven't beaten these wankers for 5 years. We've played them 4 times this season. 4 times. And they've beaten us 3 out of 4 times. Fuck my club. Wow, fuck Chelsea Football Club to a T. Thanks for putting us into the shadows of Arsenal. Again, I've said that. I want to throw up. I want to throw up. I want to throw. I'm not even taking anything in. I've got a bloody empty stomach. There's nothing in my stomach, and I want to bath because I said that bloody. Right, give me gonorrhea again in my chest, please. Reinfect me for saying those words. It's just depressing. It's honestly depressing. We played each other 4 times. 3 out of 4 they've beaten us. 5 years are unbeaten. I've been in a different country, and that's the last time we've beaten them. In fact, I've been in 3 different countries, and Arsenal have beaten us on 3 different occasions. I was in England when Arsenal beat us in the first leg of the Carabao Cup, 3-2. I was in Dubai, thankfully before the missile strikes, And we lost 1-0 in the second leg of the Carabao bloody Cup. Oh yeah, I was in 3 countries. It was 2 countries. I can't count. Can't bloody count. Liverpool doesn't count as a separate country. Liverpool is a wonderful, wonderful county of England. I do love being in Liverpool, but I was in Liverpool to watch this fucking game in particular. Don't know what to say. Doesn't matter where I am. I could be in the far reaches of the Amazon jungle and still Arsenal will beat Chelsea 2 goals to fucking 1. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I'm moaning about the fact we don't have any leaders onto this pitch. I'm moaning at the fact that there are some very questionable refereeing and VAR decisions that certainly did not go in our favour. And I'll re-show that picture again because I think it is relevant. But for all intents and purposes, like I said, that game was amazing for the neutrals. It was tight. It was I was going to say economical. What was economical about it? The only economics are that Chelsea has spent £1.5 billion and are just a fucking mess. Instead of being a club that feeds upon trophies, we're trying to be a profit and sustainability club. We're not even a profit and sustainability club. We're below Tottenham in terms of bloody finances. Like I said, they're going to be playing Yeovil down potentially next season, and we're below those lot in the financial fair play table. We've only recently got a sponsor. What are they paying us in terms of we're fucked. We're just a fucked club all over. This rate, like I said, when the government held my club at ransom, I wish it was liquidated. I wish the government had just deleted my club. I wish Roman Abramovich would have deleted Chelsea Football Club, because anything is better than being a Chelsea fan. I know Tottenham fans might want to disagree with that, but I couldn't give a flying fuck about Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. I hope you get relegated, you bunch of fucking wankers. But, yeah, on to the game. Like I said, it felt like a proper cup tie. It felt like a proper UEFA Champions League final tie. But instead, it was a tie that probably has changed the course of the Premier League trophy from Merseyside all the way up to North fucking London. And it was just a bunch of corners. Started off all right. Let's talk about the game itself. It was a great game for all the neutrals, like I said. Started off all right. Cole Palmer had a free kick on the left. Mamadou Sarr should have scored, but like I said, I don't want to put some knockings onto him. It was his first Premier League game. He's only 18. Like I said, we got too many kids on our team. Fucking investigate my club, man. Fucking investigate my club right now. Don't know what to say. Should have scored. Then Arsenal inevitably take a lead with a corner, in which it was a disaster class in terms of defending. No one taking charge at the back properly. You know Arsenal's 2 main potential danger threats are going to be Gabriel and William Saliba, and they both combine at the back stick with Galiba, bloody hell. Imagine that as a, imagine those 2 combining, they probably would be unstoppable. William Saliba and Gabriel, if they morphed into one human being, they could probably still cause immensely severe depression onto my already depressed soul. But anyway, Gabriel gets a jump ahead of James. He heads it back. Saliba knocks it in off Sarr. I don't think he wants the own goal. Probably the goalkeeper. And again, the goalkeeper needs a strong mentioning. I know it was quick. It's one of those, it needs a reaction save, but it was right next to you and you got a hand onto it. Do you not know how to actually get a proper hand onto it? Why, like I said, why is it against Arsenal? You take a manual out of Onana's book. Like, you must have been watching his videos last night. It's my only explanation to why you are a complete prat in front of goal. I couldn't understand why, when you were being pressed consistently and harassed consistently by the Arsenal players, you were still insisting on trying to pass it short, and you either got tackled or you passed it straight to an Arsenal player. Thankfully, remarkably, we weren't even punished. I don't even know how. And I'm still getting messages for... Leave me alone, Arsenal fans, you fucking wankers. It's been 24 hours. Stop fucking abusing me, you bunch of pricks. Leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me the fuck alone, you bunch of wankers, man. Anywho, back to the game itself. Like I said, no lack of defending. Just lack of fucking defending. And Sanchez making things very interesting for a nice Arsenal demolition of Chelsea by giving the ball to them, was teasing them, was leaving them on edge. They were ready to explode, and luckily they didn't quite implode all over us. But anywho, that was the first goal. Then second goal that came for Chelsea. Second goal that came for Chelsea? No, the second goal in the game that was for Chelsea. Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place in my thinking. Anywho's, then Chelsea did apply a little bit of pressure, which did eventually lead to the equaliser, but not before some VAR controversy. First, the corner was swung in that I thought went in, and I prematurely celebrated, just like my premature game in most other things. Less of that. Anywho, harmlessly wide, premature celebrations. No, not good, not good, not good. Then came another corner in which Declan Rice decided to manhandle. He was manhandling our Chelsea player. Manhandling him. And then on top of that, like I said, chicken ball. Hit this. It hit this. Yeah, not here. Here. Right in the shaft. Right in the mid plane. Right in the juiciest part of his biceps. Absolutely chickened it over the bar. Well, not over the bar. David Raya produced a great save. Didn't even get a VAR check. But, you know what? Alhamdulillah, next corner kick. Nkapie decides to put on his blue Chelsea AI t-shirt and score an equaliser for us. That was our first goal at the Emirates since our aforementioned victory in 2020. We haven't scored there for 5 years, so Arsenal decided, you know what? If we're going to dunk on these lot, let's at least give our zakat to Ramadan and give these wankers an equaliser. They scored for us. All 3 goals have been scored by Arsenal players. They kindly gave us a bit of charity, a bit of hope. And we sort of carried on with that hope, really. Corner very early on in the second half. Played in at the near stick, and João Pedro had a gaping goal. He could have struck his head a little bit more better, but unfortunately it hit it straight at the keeper. And I think just before that, Enzo Fernandez from a long-range shot, he comfortable. If only Vicario was in goal, I'm sure it would have gone in, but oh well, wasn't to be. And then a couple of moments of madness. First, again, the goalkeeper, he completely ditched up his fucking 6-yard box. He can't command his box against Arsenal. He just really can't. Tried to claim for a foul that wasn't there. Rice with a great delivery. Timber with a fuck. Rice was one of our fucking academy products. Rice was generally one of our academy products, and Frank Lampard wanted him. And it wasn't even the American owners that told him to fuck off. It was Roman Abramovich that told him to fuck off. We wanted him. We wanted him back upon Stamford Bridge shores. And I guess with deliveries like that, you can see why Frank Lampard wanted him back. But anywho, he decides to put on the Arsenal shirt, and he decides to put in another glorious assist for Timber to bloody put it into practically an open net thanks to Sanchez's deficiencies. And then Pedro Neto. Like I said, I wish we had Carvalho, especially with the Portuguese connection, and John Terry, even Thiago Silva with his Portuguese language. Why couldn't we have extended Grandad's bloody signature, man? He ain't no Grandad. He's like literally a Rolls Royce prime machine. I'll happily take a 56-year-old Thiago Silva and put him into the back line. You know what I mean? At least he'll get some organisation in. At least he would shepherd the rest of his Chelsea teammates and organise and delegate who to mark. But more importantly, he might have just gone up to Pedro Neto and told him to shut the fuck up. Now, I don't know personally what he said. Like I said, I wish there was professional lip readers that could tell me what he said. It would be nice to know what he said, but we don't know. At least he didn't put his shirt over his mouth and on a Prestiani. So there you have it. He said something, he got yellow carded. Apparently he didn't know he got yellow carded because a couple of moments later, Martin... Oh, fuck off. Just leave me alone, you wankers. Leave me alone, Arsenal fans, for fuck's sake. Anywho, Martinelli... He's bearing down the left, and Pedro Neto just absolutely bombastically tackles him. I'm still getting abused. I'm still getting fucking abused. Leave me alone. It's been 24. Fuck off. Anywho's, what do you call it? He's getting he got bolaxed, he got clattered. I am really getting abused. Fuck off, leave me alone. Diddy Marky Banshot, fuck off. Stop sending me fucking messages. I know you got my number. Leave me alone. Fuck off, you bunch of pricks. Fuck off, you gooner bastards. Anywho, Pedro Neto, he completely takes out Martinelli. He dived like a fucking ballerina prick, you absolute wanker, little diving cheating bastard. But then he got up. He was through on goal. I'm sure he would have picked out a right pass for an easy Arsenal tap-in. Some might say play should have gone on. Refs should have booked Neto after the play has finished and sent him off. Make it a double punishment. Either way, sadly, I can't disagree with it. I canny disagree with the second yellow card. Obviously, we'd like to know if the first yellow card was truly his, because apparently he's been saying that, I didn't know I had a first yellow. I thought the first yellow was the one on Martinelli. If that is the case, then it needs investigating. Will it be investigated? Will it fuck? If there was a confusion on whether or not he knew that was his first yellow card or not, it really does need investigating. But if he did know it was a yellow card, and I would have presumed he should have known it was a yellow card for dissent, because I'm sure the ref would have told him, or he might have told Reece James, like, mate, just tell Pedro Neto booked him for dissent. You know what I'm saying? There's no way Pedro Neto should not have realised he was on a bloody yellow card already. He really shouldn't have. But like I said, if he genuinely didn't know, then it needs investigating. It needs clarifying. Was it a second yellow card for him? Either way, I can't complain. It's definitely a yellow card. Nothing more than that. He's off. Then Arsenal nearly combined and scored a second goal. Eze with Saka. And Eze with Saka. It was Saka to Eze, man. Nearly pinged it into the bottom left-hand corner. Unfortunately, you are not playing Tottenham. You would have scored against Tottenham, but thankfully Sanchez decides to bring out his proficiencies again rather than his lack of proficiency, and actually produce a fine save to keep us in the game. Then, last minute, for some reason, I thought Arsenal would actually control the game, but we still had chances. And I was saying to my mate, Kyle, that I was annoyed that Garnacho came on. I agreed with Delap coming on. I agreed with it. I was like, we're chasing the game. We're 2-1 down. We're a man down. I agree with Delap coming on. Keep João Pedro company. I didn't agree with Garnacho for Palmer. I think Palmer should have stayed on. And I said, what is Garnacho going to do? What is this prick going to do? If he scores, I'll give £100 to Palestine. I'll give £100 to them, is what I said. Later did I know that he very nearly made me lose 100 quid. He very nearly made me lose 100 quid. I mean, happy to donate that if Garnacho scored, but at this rate, that £100 is sticking with me. Anywho, there was a moment of where Delap was on the right hand side. I thought Delap did all right when he came on, like I said. He was on the right. He was going to ping it into the... I thought he should have pinged it into the box for the first time because Garnacho was dead centre of goal, only had Raya to beat. I'm not going to, like I said, get carried away and say he would have scored and he would have got an equaliser. That's not what I'm going to do because at the end of the day, it's Garnacho. He probably would have put a Arsenal fan in a contusional head injury with his shooting and direction and power and etc. I don't know if he would have scored. Probably he wouldn't have, but you have to put it down as a chance. I wish Delap would have found him in the centre of the box. And then Garnacho, who wasn't receiving any of the ball, they're all avoiding him. They thought he was going to misplace his pass again when he eventually got the ball and he didn't cut inside, he didn't chop anyone, but he just moved inside. He puts in a great cross. João Pedro misses it, and I thought he was going in. I was going, shit, I'm £100 down. Thankfully, and unfortunately for me, but thankfully for Arsenal fans, although maybe thankfully for me for keeping my 100 quid, David Raya tips the ball around the post. And then another premature ejaculation from myself, wasn't it? Very last kick of the ball, Caicedo launches it, it gets flicked on, João Pedro, beautiful control, beautiful bicycle kick, great save, it loops up, it's going in, Raya comes back, claws it back, it prevents it from going in, and then Liam Delap equalises, cue absolute pandemonium and joy. I was going absolutely ballistic with pure pride. And then my pride gets swiftly put away by a correct lino call. VAR it is what I pleaded. VAR, they checked. VAR showed that João Pedro, like I said, he was in Bangladesh. He was nowhere near onside. 2-1. Fuck's sake. 5 years, and I've been in a different country the last time Arsenal won the fucking league. But like I said, before I fucking go, I am going to highlight something because I feel like it is necessary. So let's go over here. Unless I deleted it permanently, I might have done. Let's see. Where are we? I think I might have deleted it. I guess I have deleted it, but it was on my mate's page. It was showing that, you know what, there's no point talking about that picture when it's deleted, is it? Fuck it. It is what it is. Don't know what to say anymore apart from, yeah, fuck Chelsea. It would have been nice to really show that picture, but anyway, it's done, it's dusted. It doesn't change the outcome of the game. Arsenal got 3 points, Chelsea are stuck on 0 points. We are now 6th in the Premier League table, well away from Champions League places. Like Matisse, I think we are going to be playing in Timbuktu for our next European campaign. I am done with this fucking season. I am fucking done. Wrexham is our big Donny game in the FA Cup. If we bypass PSG, alhamdulillah, praise the Lord Almighty above, but like I said, I am no deluded Chelsea fan. I think over 2 legs we are going to overall lose. And there goes my dream of playing Liverpool and getting tickets for the away end. And like I said, I want to honour my Japanese mate Diemi and tell him that, look, I got the Honda sticker at Anfield. It's what you wanted. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to have to wait until the penultimate game of the season to see if I can achieve that. But like I said, it will be nice. It will be nice if we bypass PSG. It will be nice because all the Liverpool fans that I know of where I'm working at, they want to watch that game with me. I want to watch that game with you too. Will we get that opportunity? I personally don't know. I do think Liverpool will eventually be in the quarterfinals. In terms of the Premier League, like I said, it's done and dusted. Fuck the Premier League. Wrexham is our next one. Can't beat Arsenal. We're in their We're in their fucking shadows. That's what my club has been reduced to. It's been reduced to a non-profit and sustainability club with a bunch of kids and a bunch of incompetent owners. We had an owner that was once feared across the land, and now we are I don't even know what we are. We're just a bunch of fucking morons who are no longer, it seems, the pride of London. It will always forever remain blue because Arsenal have not got a UEFA Champions League trophy, but I think it will be firmly painted red if those wankers win it all. As Abba once said, the winner takes it all, and unfortunately Arsenal have taken it all. Goodbye, good night, God bless. Shout out to my friend Cassie. Please do check out his channel, Blues Fan TV. Until then, I'm going to lace this Lucozade bottle with, this is a very peculiar Lucozade, looks like piss, with cyanide. I'll drink my own piss and cyanide and just fucking had enough of Chelsea football. For fuck's sake. It's so depressing to be a fucking Chelsea supporter. On a serious note, for all those that are affected in and around the Middle East, you do have my prayers and sympathy. I wish you guys well and safety for you guys. Obviously follow protocols or whatever it is that those countries have on offer and seek shelter where possible. And yeah, on a serious note, that is my serious note. Goodbye, good night, God bless. Ta-da.